We're back and you're watching News Channel 3 live at 9. As a CPA, our next guest knows a thing or two about money. And it was information that came in handy when, like millions of Americans, she too lost her job.
Well, now Cynthia Elliott is sharing her ABCs that make sense to help others like her. It's an easy to understand guide to financial success. And we'll start with asking you, how did you know you had to change things around? What was the turning point for you?
Well, the first thing, I lost my job, and I was determined I was not going to take it personal. You know, I was going to focus on what I need to do to get by and to make it and to survive.
Is that possibly one of the big mistakes many people make? They do take it personally. Should they not take it personally?
No, you don't have time. You don't have time. You need to focus on surviving, and that's what I needed to do. And so I was determined to look at my time off and what can I do to be productive, stay active. So I decided to write a book. And I do a lot of presentations, and I talk to church members, and I go out and present, do workshops, and it was nothing like experiencing it for myself. And so I had to look at it in a different way. So what I did was, from my reserves and my rainy day funds, I took that money, and that's what I lived to survive.
Most people are in a tailspin when something like that happens. They lose a job. Where do you start? You said you looked to the reserves first, but like, how do you start to pull yourself together to figure out, I have enough money to move from point A to point B, because you've got to survive till you get to that next job?
Well, what you do is you decide, what do I need to survive? You look at every expense. You look at your mortgage, you look at your rent, you look at your food expense and say, okay, do I really need this to survive? Oh, right now, I'm surviving. I just want to make it and have some increase at the end, but now I'm surviving.
With all of this in mind, though, Cynthia, is this information that one should use if they're making like $40,000, $50,000 or more, or is this going to cover the table for everybody here?
This covers the table for everybody. A lot of us are overspending. We're getting deeper and deeper and deeper into debt, and we're spending like there's no tomorrow, and we get hooked, you know, by what we see on TV and what our kids pull us into, what our neighbors are doing, instead of looking at what is our income. How can we stay under our income? And do I need all these things to survive and be happy? So we need to take a look and rate our expenses.
Is it as simple as your book says, the ABCs? I mean, or are we oversimplifying it here a bit?
It's as simple as ABCs. It makes sense. Okay, you start with your ABCs and you decide, okay, what is my attitude, behavior, characteristics? Okay, what makes me spend? Did I have a bad day? Am I hungry? Am I just tired? Do I need to just go home and just rest? Maybe I need to read a book instead of going to the store. So we need to look at our triggers first and decide what's more important. Is it important for me to spend that money? Do I feel better after I spent the money when I don't have the funds to pay the bill?
And collectively speaking, if you are a part of a family, do I get with other family members to say, let's sit down, let's discuss these finances? How do we do, or do I just take control of it myself?
Exactly. That's the most important thing to do, is to get with the family members. We need to take control of our expenses. The mother, the father, the kids, we need to decide where we want to spend our money. Where are our dreams? What's important to us? What do we want to get? What is our purpose in life? Okay, from there, then you can budget your expenses. And
I was going to say, where can we find your book to get some more of these great tips?
You can find it online, Amazon.com, my publisher, Author House. You can go to my website, which is abcs.thatmakesense.com, and you can order the book.
ABCs that make sense.
I like
that a lot.
Thank you
so much for being here.
Thank you.
All right, that makes a lot of sense to us.
Yes, it does.
For sure.